Hey, have you ever wanted to fix your metabolism or felt like you had a broken metabolism that you gain weight really easily? Well, did you know that your metabolism is not broken? You may just not know how to be fueling your body in the right way. And there's a lot of little tips that might help you just see better results and feel better. One thing that we teach is small balanced meals every few hours to balance blood sugar. Now, why is this important? Let's go over the why first before the how. Why we want to balance our blood sugar? Because blood sugar and inflammation go hand in hand. When your blood sugar is up and down, your inflammation is up too. And most inflammation starts in your gut. And an unhealthy gut is where our problems start. It affects so many aspects of our health. And so, if we can get a healthy gut and our blood sugar balance, you will see magic happen in your body. So, what happens is when you go too long without eating, sometimes we think if we don't eat, that's better for us. But if you go too long without eating, your blood sugar drops. And so it's going to make you crave fast carbs because your body needs that blood sugar to be stable. So you're going to be craving sugar and breads and all the things that are not going to help you to be healthy. And you're going to have those cravings because your body needs that blood sugar to get rebalanced. And so often you will eat something that will spike your blood sugar. Or even if it's not because you went too long, maybe you're eating a bagel or a smoothie or fruit juice or candy or donut, whatever it is. If you eat something that spikes your blood sugar goes up and it makes your insulin pumps turn on. And your insulin pumps are working like crazy to keep your blood sugar balanced. It's releasing insulin into your bloodstream, which pulls the glycogen and stores it into your fat cells and into your muscles, but primarily into your fat cells, which is going to make you see the weight gain. And so when you're doing that, when you're skipping meals or you're eating a lot of high glycemic foods, your insulin pumps are working so hard, just trying to keep that blood sugar balanced. But here's where the magic happens. You have control over that by what you put into your body. And so when we can balance our blood sugar, you're going to control the hunger and cravings. You're not going to be hungry and craving all the time. Your energy is going to be better. You're not going to have up and down mood swings when you're keeping that blood sugar balance. And your body can actually get that inflammation down, start healing your body, and it can actually help you lose weight. Your body can work on losing weight instead of just working overtime, just storing that insulin. So that is the why of why we do that. Now let's talk about how we can do that, how we can keep our blood sugar balanced. So with our program, I actually help a lot of diabetics and people on high blood pressure. So it's not just for diabetics. It helps everyone to have their blood sugar balanced because mood swings, cravings, weight gain, those are all things that, and inflammation, those are all things that you will struggle with if your blood sugar is always out of whack. So with our program, a lot of you may be on our 5-in-1 plan, our weight loss plan. And during that time, it's like your training wheels are on. You're retraining your habits. You're learning some really basic skills that are going to help you for the rest of your life. So if you're doing that, just keep doing what you're doing. You're eating 5 balanced fuelings that are already portion controlled, macro balanced for you. We've got the probiotics just to work on your gut health. It's all done for you. You don't have to count calories or macros. You don't have to think too much about food. It is awesome. So just keep doing that, getting that variety, and you're going to see the results. And with that program, one of your meals is a lean and green meal. And this is your practice meal. This is an important part of your program because you're learning how to make a healthy meal, how to make good choices when you shop at the grocery store, when you go out to eat, when you're going on vacation. You're learning to make those choices yourself. So with this meal, we're learning the healthiest vegetables, low glycemic vegetables, and also the best proteins. You're learning what healthy fats and the portions of healthy fats that you should be eating, that it's not helpful to eat a whole avocado. You don't need a whole avocado or tons of oil. You're learning the right portions. You're learning about condiments, which condiments are hiding a lot of sugar in them that's not helping you. So you're learning like healthy swaps and portions, how much portions you should be having. So this is an important part of your health journey, that lean and green meal. But for the rest of the day, we're keeping it simple so that you can make healthy choices no matter where you're at. So keep doing what you're doing because you're probably seeing some great results. But a few things that I want to go over as far as long-term health, how to continue that habit long-term. A few things that I see is the biggest reason why people gain weight back is they get off their schedule. They're not eating at their eating times. They're just snacking throughout the day. That's where the trouble happens. Mindlessly snacking, those calories really add up. So try to stick to those eating times that you started with. So I have been on my health journey for over 11 years. I've lost 45 pounds, and I still eat at the same times as I did when I was losing weight. So I wake up and eat. I usually eat at about 7, 10, 1, around 4. I eat dinner around 6:30, and then I have a small balanced snack around 9 o'clock. It keeps my blood sugar balanced all day. And my body just starts getting hungry about the time it's time to eat because I stick to that schedule. So if there's something that I'm wanting to eat that's like a cookie on the counter and I really decide that's something that I want, if I wait until my eating time and I eat that with some protein, that's going to help keep that more balanced than just spiking that blood sugar midday, and I'm going to feel a lot better. So just being mindful of when you're eating and why you're eating and sticking with that eating time, not going too long or not just mindlessly snacking. So that is one key that's going to help you long-term is don't fall into the mindless snacking. Also, what you eat is important. So we're learning to balance our blood sugar by eating, pairing proteins and carbs together. That really helps keep that blood sugar balanced. If you just ate the carb by itself, like a sugary fruit or a juice or rice, that will just spike your blood sugar and turn on your insulin pumps. But if you pair it with a protein or something that has a lot of fiber, that's going to help slow down that digestion. It's going to pull that blood sugar level down and keep it more balanced. So that's the key, is pairing those things together. So that's one thing that I've learned when after I've lost my weight and I've added all the food groups back in, being mindful. When I eat fruit, I like to pair it with a protein, maybe a small handful of nuts, or it might be some nut butter or a cheese stick or, something like that that's going to help keep that balanced. And then trying to eat vegetables more often. Vegetables are your friend. Has so much fiber, and like just being mindful of what you're putting in your mouth is key. And then the portions. Let's go over that really quick because portions are key. Now, one little trick is learning to eat on a smaller plate. It actually tricks your brain when you eat off a 9-inch plate because your plate's going to be full. And so that tricks your brain that you're getting plenty of food. And so if you can find a 9-inch plate, and the color of blue actually makes you eat less, studies show, than a bright color like red or yellow will actually increase your hunger cravings. That's why restaurants use those colors. So get yourself a 9-inch plate. If you don't have one, if you use a larger plate, just make sure that you keep your food in that middle section. So that's a great way to really watch portion sizes. Also practicing, if you're in your health journey and maybe there's some foods that you're not eating right now, practicing with your kids when they get a snack, portioning out like 1 serving size of something and then pairing it with a protein. That is a great habit. So that's a couple things that you can start working on now, but it's those habits that you're working on during the weight loss phase that's going to keep you on your path to optimal health. The smaller portions, the timing of what you're eating, and being mindful of what you're eating. And then the last thing is just planning ahead. So if you haven't been planning ahead, that is where you're going to see some great success by knowing ahead of time what to expect. So grab a pen and paper, go to your freezer, write down all your lean proteins that you have that you need to use up in your fridge and freezer, or even canned chicken or tuna. Write down all the vegetables that you have in your freezer, in cans, or in your fridge, and pair them together, a meat and a vegetable. It can be that simple. And so if you know ahead of time and you can look at that meal plan the night before and see what meat you need to take out of the freezer, or if you look ahead of your meal plan and you're chopping vegetables and you see that you need that vegetable in a couple days, you can chop some extra and have it ready. Or when you're going out of your house, planning ahead for when it's going to be time to eat next and not going empty-handed, making sure you have your water and your healthy snack. That's one thing that I love about the fuelings. I can just grab a bar with me, go out, and know that I'm covered for at least 3 hours while I'm gone. And so that's so helpful for me to plan ahead for success. So I have a couple assignments for you this week. Element 11 in your life book talks about how to balance your blood sugar. It talks about glycemic levels, what foods are lowest glycemic. Those are things that you want to eat most often, and learning how to pair those foods together. So check out Element 11 in your life book. So many great things in there. So that's your first one. Also, watching your portions, eating on a smaller plate, and filling most of your plate up with the vegetables, at least half your plate with vegetables when you eat. That's another great thing. And then the third thing is stick to your eating times. Really pay attention to mindless snacking. Wait until it's time to eat to enjoy that, so that your body has some time to digest, and not eating too late in the night, so that you have a good time period that your body is digesting and detoxing. So that is going to be really helpful. And then the fourth thing is plan ahead. Make a meal plan at least for the next couple days. Know what you're going to have for dinner. And before you leave the house, think about what you're going to need in that time that you're gone to keep your body fueled so that your blood sugar can stay balanced. So there's a few tips for you about small balanced meals every few hours to balance your blood sugar. All right, have a great week.